This is Optimal Finance Daily, episode 178, The Dark Side of Early Retirement, Part 2, by Sam of FinancialSamurai.com.
Get ready to maximize your potential with Optimal Finance Daily, the podcast that brings you the best content in personal finance 5 days a week. Your optimal life awaits. Now here's your host, Dan Warren.
Hello again, everybody. I'm Dan, the host of this podcast, where we, of course, read to you from some of the best personal finance blogs on the planet. Now, yesterday we introduced a brand new author to the show to start the month of November, and I read just the first half of his post since it is a bit longer than what we're used to. So if you're new here or just browsing around, you'll probably want to hear episode 177 first, so that today's makes a lot more sense. And I'm going to keep this intro nice and short today for your Wednesday, so let's continue our post as we optimize your life. The Dark Side of Early Retirement, Part 2, by Sam of FinancialSamurai.com. The Dangers of Early Retirement, continued. Number 3, you lose touch with friends and family. It's nice to have all the time in the world to do whatever you want, but if your friends and loved ones are busy working all day, they can't join you on your midday hike or adventure to Bora Bora. They may also have a family to tend to during the evenings and on weekends. If you've ever taken a staycation by yourself, you'll soon realize how lonely it is when others are busy leading their own lives. Number 4, you may find it difficult to start your own family. Unless you have a tremendous amount of money, raising a child may be too expensive an endeavor to undertake as early retirees. If you never wanted to start a family, chances are you haven't been saving for a family. Let's say you're a woman who turns 35 and suddenly realizes the safety window for having a baby is closing rapidly. It may be tough to even get pregnant, let alone support a newborn without the right support network. Number 5, you lose your own self-respect and the respect of others. Unless you're out there saving the world, you might start getting depressed you're contributing very little to society. Others will stop respecting you because you aren't doing anything productive either. Traveling the world and writing about how great your life is a very unproductive endeavor. You better be learning a new language and volunteering in the local community, or else you're just a travel bum. A great many rich early retiree friends from the dot-com bubble have mentioned they wish they didn't get rich so quickly. Instead, they wish they worked a little harder for their money. Careful who you listen to. Early retirees will croon about how great their lifestyles are. I'm sure in some ways they are spot on, but notice how seldom they write about the hardships they face. They can't, because it's important to continue highlighting how awesome everything is to justify their decision to no longer work. Can you imagine spending 16 years going to school, grade school plus 4 years of college, only to work for 10 years? Some would surely say that's a waste, would they not? The worst that could happen is some aspiring scientist, musician, lawyer, or teacher decides to give up their careers because they believe traveling around the world on a shoestring budget is so glamorous. Years later, they realize their fingers don't remember the notes anymore, and the chemical formulas are one big haze. Maybe they would have made it as a concert pianist or helped discover the cure for seasonal allergies. What a shame they never reached their full potential. Early retirement is selfish. As I strive to fulfill my goal of retiring by 45, I've come to the realization that there's an unhealthy focus on self. What do I need to amass to be comfortable should be replaced with, how much do I need to be comfortable while helping others? It's absolutely selfish for me to even consider working less than the number of years I went to school. I think back upon my childhood years and how much effort my parents put into raising me. My mother would spend hours a week sitting down with me after dinner to explain mathematical equations. My father would read all my essays and fix all the punctuations and grammatical mistakes. I would feel like a disgrace not to at least try to do great things. 45 is just an age goal. If I haven't achieved my potential by then, I don't plan on retiring even if I have the money to do so. The point of having an earlier than normal retirement goal is to help keep someone focused. Like an exam that's 3 months away, we don't study until the week before. Hence, better to believe the exam is only a week away, so we're better prepared. Look beyond the smoke and mirrors. Early retirees sometimes like to pity those who have to work. Yet perhaps we should empathize with those who are lost and haven't found something they truly love to do. Point number 1. It's impossible to all be great humanitarians working tirelessly until the age of 65. It's easier just to give up and tell the world how fabulous your life is and how you've retired on your own terms. As the economy recovers, perhaps we'll be able to bring back our lifestyle design friends to their home countries to work again. our early retiree friends will stop fearing failure as employees open their arms wide and allow them to succeed. Entrepreneurial ideas flourish once again due to an abundance of capital. The more the wealth gap widens, the more the early retiree crowd will want to get back to work and realize their full potential. There comes a point when working isn't about money anymore, since we have enough. If we all reach this point, we'll no longer be focusing just on ourselves, but on helping others as well. We'll be doing something we love that provides a sense of purpose. I've found that just starting a blog in 2009 has turned out to be extremely rewarding in my early retirement journey. I hope everybody finds something they love doing every day as well. You just listened to part 2 of the post titled The Dark Side of Early Retirement by Sam of FinancialSamurai.com. And that wraps up our very first post from Sam. He has a ton of great articles, so there will be plenty more in the future coming your way. Before we go, if you want to get some free, helpful spreadsheets from us, one that shows when you can retire based on some simple inputs from you, come by oldpodcast.com and enter your email address, or you can text the word financial to the number 44222. That's another quick way to join. And that's going to do it for episode 178. Up next, in tomorrow's edition, a post from Money Mini Blog. So I'll see you tomorrow where your optimal life awaits.
Hello, Life Optimizer. This is Justin Malik, creator and producer of this podcast, but also Optimal Living Daily, the show where I read to you from even more blogs covering finance, productivity, minimalism, personal development, and more from incredible bloggers like Derek Sivers, Zen Habits, Mark and Angel, The Minimalists, and all the ones you hear on this show too. So if you enjoyed today's episode and like taking amazing blogs on the go, come on over to Optimal Living Daily and subscribe to that one too. And together, we'll start optimizing your life.
You've been listening to Optimal Finance Daily. Be sure to hit the subscribe button to stay up to date on each new episode and head to oldpodcast.com. That's OLDpodcast.com for a free gift as well as more actionable tips and resources to help you maximize your potential. Thanks for joining us, and remember, your optimal life awaits.